Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Tings. I'm going to be very short and brief for this one because this one has to deal with the cost of living and utilities, all right? Now, here in Barbados, we find that we have one of the highest cost of livings within the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, the fifth highest in the world. And as far as utilities are concerned, our utility bills are extremely high. This can be very pressing to people who are no longer working, retired, people who are on pension, there are people who are unemployed, people who are on welfare, etc. Now, for those who are elderly, in a lot of countries worldwide, elderly people are given waivers or discounts on utility bills. And I believe that legislation should be put in place here in Barbados, where elderly people, where your income is below a certain amount, you should be entitled to a discount on certain bills, especially bills which are necessities. And water and electricity are necessities. To people with ailments, a telephone is a necessity because you need a telephone in case there's an emergency at any hour of the day or night, especially elderly people living alone. Now, I know the Barbados Water Authority has a system in place where elderly people, there's a discount, as far a discount or an exemption when it comes to the waste tax, the sewage tax. And you can get those forms from the Barbados Water Authority. You can send somebody for them, fill them out, and let them submit them in, and they help. Now, for people with children, people with young children, a lot of people are facing some form of disconnection. All right? I know for a fact that if you have children, especially if you have toddlers, your water should not be turned off. There are a lot of people that are not aware of this, but there's a legal ramification if you turn off the water of someone who has a child of that age, who has a baby, or who has toddlers. And you see people who have school-age children that are going to school, especially in this age of technology where children have to use tablets and stuff like that. The electric bill, there is something that can be put in place where you can have a payment plan with the Barbados Light and Power. People tend to do things, right? I mean, some people don't have empathy for people, and some people come and cut off the water and that kind of thing. But you see, when there's certain things that are around you, elderly people, children, school age, and babies, you cannot just do things like that. And I wanted to put this video out because I'm seeing a lot of people where I'm going around, and I'm seeing people with children, with the electricity off, with the water off. You understand? And I don't understand why this is happening, or how a government that purports to care about people can allow things like this to happen. And I want you to know there are legal ramifications for this, because if you get a good lawyer, you can sue these people. There are certain things that you are entitled to. It isn't that they're giving you a gift or something when they allow you to have water. As a matter of fact, I don't even believe, I strongly believe that people should not be paying for uses of water, because water is something that is God-given. You understand? Water comes from the clouds, the sky, the earth. You understand? I believe, yes, you pay for the maintenance and for the people connecting it to your house, but I don't believe that anybody can quantify, you understand, and put a price to water that is God-given. I don't believe nobody should be entitled to do that. But that's just my feeling. I don't know. Right? But anyway, as far as disconnection of these utilities, water and light, when you have elderly people or when you have school-age children at your home, please give me a call. My number is 845-2557. That's my WhatsApp. And my direct number is 282-0602. Because it's time that we start putting pressure on the powers that be when these things happen. Alright? You can contact me at your discretion, please. Alright, not late at night, please, because I get calls all hours of the night. Alright? So I have a family too. But contact me, please. Alright? And I will try to make sure I can help alleviate or ameliorate some of whatever issues you're facing. All right. All right. This is Vincent Clark. This is another episode of Come On Things Short, but I'm out for the time being. All right. Remember, keep your spirits up and your tempers down, and remember, always do something good for somebody each and every day, even if it's one person. All right. Have a wonderful day.